Have you ever had an inexplicable feeling that you've lived before? Perhaps you identify with places or time periods that you've never experienced in this life. According to Buddhist teachings, many of us carry signs from past lives, and these signs could reveal whether you are a reincarnated soul. In this video, you'll discover 9 powerful signs that could completely change how you view your existence. Imagine how it would feel to better understand the reasons behind your decisions, fears, and affinities. These signs could be the key to unlocking the mysteries of your soul, so stay with me until the end, because the last one is the most surprising of all. If you've ever felt out of place in the present or inexplicably drawn to certain historical periods, this video might provide the answers you've been searching for. Don't think this is just a coincidence. These signs are clear, and you might be more connected to your past than you realize. Before we begin, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments which sign caught your attention the most. Your engagement here could attract even more wisdom to your spiritual journey. Reincarnation is one of the central pillars of Buddhist philosophy, a belief that shapes how millions of people around the world understand life, death, and the purpose of their existence. According to Buddhism, reincarnation is the process by which the soul, after physical death, is reborn in a new body, continuing a journey that is much longer and more complex than a single lifetime. This perspective carries the notion that our actions, both positive and negative, accumulate karma, which directly influences the conditions of our future existences. Each life is an opportunity to learn, evolve, and correct past mistakes. Over the centuries, Buddhist teachings on reincarnation have been passed down from generation to generation, always with the intent of helping people understand that life is cyclical and that death is not the end, but merely a transition. This cycle, known as samsara, is driven by desire and ignorance, which keeps souls trapped in an endless repetition of births and deaths. However, the ultimate goal of Buddhism is to attain nirvana, a state of liberation where the soul is freed from this cycle. Reincarnation, then, is not seen as a destiny to be desired, but as a reality to be transcended. Within this context, the signs that someone is a reincarnated soul can be seen as reminders or vestiges of past lives, carrying lessons not yet learned or missions not yet completed. These signs can manifest in various ways, from innate abilities to feelings of déjà vu or an inexplicable connection to certain cultures or eras. Buddhist teachings encourage us to pay attention to these signs, as they may offer clues about our purpose in this life and how we can advance on our spiritual journey. For those seeking a deeper understanding of themselves and their relationship with the universe, the signs of reincarnation are more than just curiosities. They are indicators of a larger reality, where each life is a piece of a much bigger puzzle. Recognizing and understanding these signs can help us live more consciously, with the wisdom that our actions have consequences that transcend a single existence. By exploring the 9 signs that you are a reincarnated soul, we are approaching knowledge that can transform our vision of who we are and what we can become. The signs that you are a reincarnated soul can manifest in subtle but striking ways. From that inexplicable feeling of familiarity with places you've never visited to skills and interests that seem to come from another time. These signs are present in many lives. If you've ever felt a deep connection with certain cultures or eras, or have memories that seem not to belong to this life, you may be experiencing the effects of past lives. Now let's explore 9 signs that might indicate you are a reincarnated soul. These signs are common, and often people experience them without realizing what they really mean. By recognizing these signs, you can begin to understand more about your soul and the lessons it carries from other existences. So, get ready for an inner journey where you may discover that your current life is just a part of a much longer and more fascinating story. The first sign that you may be a reincarnated soul is the experience of déjà vu, that strange and intense feeling that you've lived that moment before. Déjà vu is not just a fleeting impression. It often carries an emotional charge, as if something deeply familiar is happening again. In the context of reincarnation, déjà vu can be seen as a glimpse of a past life, a residual memory that resurfaces when you encounter a situation or environment similar to one you've experienced in another existence. These experiences can range from a simple feeling of familiarity to a clear recollection of specific details, such as people, places, or events. In addition to déjà vu, another strong indication of reincarnation is the inexplicable memories of places you have never visited or events you have never experienced in this life. Some people report having clear memories of historical eras or cultures with which they have no apparent connection. These memories can be so vivid that they feel real, generating a sense of nostalgia for something that technically was never lived. According to Buddhist teachings, these memories may be remnants of past lives, where the soul preserves fragments of previous experiences that have not been completely erased. If you have experienced déjà vu, or have memories that you cannot explain, it may be a sign that your soul is trying to communicate with you. These experiences can be an invitation to explore more deeply who you are and where you came from. Paying attention to these signs can open doors to a broader understanding of your spiritual journey and the lessons you brought from other lives. Ignoring these sensations may mean missing the opportunity to reconnect with the wisdom and experiences accumulated over many existences. Another powerful sign that you may be a reincarnated soul is an inexplicable attraction to certain cultures, eras, or places that technically should not hold any special significance for you. For example, some people feel a deep connection to ancient Egypt, ancient Rome, or even more recent periods like the Victorian era. This attraction can manifest in various ways, whether through a fascination with clothing, architecture, music, or an intense empathy for the challenges and values of that time. This feeling can be so strong that it feels almost like a longing or nostalgia for something that has already been lived. This connection can extend to specific places, even if you have never been there before. Perhaps you feel an inexplicable attraction to a country or city, and when you visit it, you feel as though you belong there. This feeling of familiarity and comfort, even in an unfamiliar environment, can indicate that your soul has already lived there in a past life. Buddhist teachings suggest that these deep connections are remnants of memories from previous lives, where the soul still carries a bond with those experiences and places. If you have a fascination with certain periods or cultures, consider that your soul might be recalling fragments of its past existences. This attraction may offer clues about the lessons and missions you brought from those lives. Exploring these connections can help you better understand your interests, talents, and even some of the choices you've made in this life. Ignoring this attraction may mean missing the chance to reconnect with a fundamental aspect of your spiritual journey. Have you ever noticed that you possess abilities or talents that seem to have appeared naturally, without the need for much learning or practice? This is one of the most revealing signs that you may be a reincarnated soul. People who possess artistic, musical, or intellectual gifts from a very young age often exhibit capabilities that go beyond what would be expected of someone without formal training. In Buddhism, it is believed that these innate abilities are reflections of knowledge and skills developed in past lives, which manifest again in a new existence. These innate talents are not limited to the arts or music. They can include skills in languages, leadership, healing, and more. You might, for example, learn a new language with ease, feel comfortable in leadership roles from an early age, or demonstrate a deep understanding of complex topics without much effort. These traits indicate that your soul has already had similar experiences in previous lives, and is now accessing these memories and abilities to continue its evolution. If you have skills that seem innate, recognize that they may be remnants of your past lives. These talents can offer clues about your purpose in this life, guiding your choices and trajectory. By exploring and developing these gifts, you can not only enhance your abilities, but also honor the experiences and knowledge accumulated throughout your many existences. Fears and phobias are common, but when these feelings arise without an apparent cause, they may be signs of traumatic experiences from past lives. Some people have a deep fear of heights, water, fire, or certain animals without ever having gone through a traumatic event related to these elements in this life. In the context of reincarnation, these fears may be remnants of painful or traumatic experiences lived by your soul in other lives, where the emotional impact was so intense that it left marks that transcended time. For example, a person with an irrational fear of water may have drowned in a previous life, while someone who fears fire without ever having been burned may have experienced a traumatic situation involving fire in another existence. These inexplicable fears may be a way for the soul to remember and perhaps even avoid experiences that caused suffering in the past. Buddhism suggests that facing and overcoming these fears is a way to release the negative karma associated with these experiences, allowing the soul to continue its evolutionary journey without the burdens of the past. If you have fears or phobias that do not seem to have a clear origin in this life, consider the possibility that they are echoes of experiences from past lives. Recognizing these fears as part of your spiritual heritage may be the first step in overcoming them. Facing these phobias with courage and understanding can help you release old traumas, allowing your soul to continue to evolve and free itself from the limitations of the past. Have you ever felt like you don't belong in the present, as if you were out of place in the time or environment in which you live? This feeling of being out of place or out of time is another sign that could indicate that you are a reincarnated soul. Many people describe a deep disconnection with the world around them, as if the norms and values of today don't resonate with what they truly believe or feel. This feeling can be especially strong in individuals who identify with cultures or historical periods different from the current one. It's as if you are living in a body and an era that aren't really yours. These feelings can arise when the soul carries memories from previous lives where the values, customs, and environments were different. For example, you may feel an affinity with traditions and lifestyles from other eras, or even sense that the people around you don't share the same fundamental principles as you. This temporal displacement can create a constant sense of nostalgia or a search for something undefined, which may actually be your soul's attempt to reconnect with past experiences that made more sense to it. If you feel that you were born in the wrong era or that you don't fit into today's society, consider that this may be a sign that your soul is carrying fragments of previous lives where it felt more at ease. These feelings can be an invitation to explore more deeply your inclinations and interests, possibly leading you to a greater understanding of your purpose in this life. Recognizing and honoring this sense of displacement may help alleviate frustration and find ways to integrate these parts of your soul into your present life. Have you ever met someone for the first time and felt an instant connection, as if that person were an old friend? This phenomenon may be another sign that you are a reincarnated soul. According to Buddhist teachings, some souls are connected through several lives, meeting again and again in different circumstances. These deep connections can manifest as an immediate feeling of trust, empathy, or even love at first sight. It's as if something inside you recognizes the other person, even though you have no conscious memory of them. These connections don't always have to be positive. In some cases, you may feel a strong aversion or distrust towards someone for no apparent reason. This could also indicate that you had a difficult or conflicted relationship in a past life. These soul reunions may have the purpose of resolving unfinished business, learning important lessons, or simply continuing the joint journey that began in another existence. Buddhism teaches that these relationships are opportunities for the soul to evolve and purify the karma accumulated in previous lives. If you've ever experienced an instant connection with someone, whether positive or negative, it may be a sign that your soul has known this person in another life. Recognizing these connections can help you better understand your current relationships and work on the lessons your soul needs to learn. Honoring these connections can strengthen beneficial relationships and help heal those that are challenging. A strong intuition and wisdom that seems to go beyond your current age are characteristics often associated with reincarnated souls. People who have sharp intuition tend to make decisions based on feelings or gut instincts that later prove to be correct. This ability to know without a logical explanation is seen in Buddhism as a skill developed over many lives, where the soul has accumulated knowledge and experiences that now manifest as intuition. This wisdom is not something learned in this life, but rather a deep and innate understanding of the world and the people around you. In addition to intuition, many reincarnated souls demonstrate wisdom that seems disproportionate to their chronological age. Children who speak with maturity, understand complex concepts, or show deep empathy for situations they have not yet experienced may be examples of old souls. This early wisdom can reflect the lessons and experiences accumulated in past lives, which naturally emerge as the soul continues its journey in a new existence. In Buddhism, this is seen as a blessing and an opportunity to continue evolving, using the lessons of the past to guide the present. If you feel you possess strong intuition or wisdom that goes beyond your age, this could be a sign that your soul has already traveled many journeys. Utilizing this intuition and wisdom may be crucial to successfully navigating life's challenges. By trusting in these gifts, you can make decisions more aligned with your true purpose and continue to grow spiritually, honoring the lessons your soul has brought from other lives. Dreams can be windows to our past lives, and when these dreams are extremely vivid, detailed, and recurring, they may indicate that you are a reincarnated soul. Unlike common dreams, these dreams feel real, as if you are reliving moments from another life. They may include historical settings, characters who seem familiar, and events that seem to have great emotional significance. Some people report dreams where they see themselves living in other eras, wearing old-fashioned clothes, speaking different languages, or interacting with people and environments they have never experienced in their current life. These dreams may be more than just fragments of the imagination. They could be memories of past lives that emerge while the conscious mind is at rest. According to Buddhist teachings, while we sleep, our soul may reconnect with memories from other existences, bringing to the surface experiences that still have relevance to our spiritual journey. These dreams may be trying to communicate something important about your soul, perhaps a lesson that still needs to be learned, a trauma that needs healing, or a talent that needs to be rediscovered. If you have vivid and recurring dreams that seem to take place in other eras, it may be a sign that your soul is trying to show you fragments of your past lives. Paying attention to these dreams, perhaps recording them in a journal, can help you better understand these messages and discover patterns that repeat themselves. By exploring and reflecting on these dreams, you may find answers and guidance for your current life, tapping into the wisdom accumulated from your previous existences. The final sign that you may be a reincarnated soul is a deep sense of purpose and mission, something that transcends the common goals of everyday life. Many reincarnated souls feel, from an early age, that they are here for a specific reason, that they have something important to accomplish. This feeling can manifest as an inner calling to help others, to transform something in society, or to pursue a higher spiritual path. Unlike personal or professional goals, this purpose seems greater, more urgent, and more meaningful, as if it were connected to a mission that the soul brought from another life. This sense of purpose may be accompanied by a constant feeling that time is running out and that something important needs to be done. Some people report feeling internal pressure to fulfill this purpose, as if they already know that they came to this life to complete something that began in a previous existence. In Buddhism, this feeling is seen as a sign that the soul is aware of its unfinished lessons and is determined to evolve, fulfilling its karma and advancing on its spiritual journey. If you feel that you have a deep and significant life mission, it may be a sign that your soul has already gone through many lives and is now trying to fulfill a purpose that transcends the ordinary. Following this calling, even if it doesn't make immediate sense to others, may be crucial for your spiritual growth and the fulfillment of your soul's destiny. By recognizing and honoring this mission, you can live a fuller life, more aligned with what your soul truly came here to do in this existence. Recognizing the signs of reincarnation in yourself can be a moment of profound revelation, opening doors to a broader understanding of who you really are and what your purpose is in this life. When we realize that we carry traits and memories from past lives, we begin to see our current existence from a new perspective. The decisions we make, the challenges we face, and even the people we meet can be understood as parts of a larger and more complex path. In Buddhism, this awareness is seen as an important step in the soul's journey, as it allows you to deal with the lessons and karma accumulated from other existences, turning the past into a driving force for your spiritual growth. These reflections can bring up deep questions about what it means to live consciously. When you recognize the signs of reincarnation, you begin to see that life is not a sequence of random events, but rather a continuity of experiences and lessons. Every action, thought, and choice you make has the potential to impact not just this life, but also future existences. This understanding can inspire you to live more intentionally, seeking to align your actions with a greater purpose. This doesn't mean living with the constant pressure to get it right, but rather with the awareness that every moment is an opportunity for evolution. The acceptance of reincarnation can also profoundly influence your relationships. When you understand that the people around you may have been part of your past lives, the challenges and connections that arise in these relationships gain new meaning. Conflicts can be seen as opportunities for healing and resolving old karma, while deep bonds can be recognized as continuations of ties from other lives. This perspective can help you cultivate patience, compassion, and empathy, knowing that each interaction is a vital part of your spiritual journey. Finally, the implications of reincarnation can transform how you view success and fulfillment. Instead of seeking external validation or material achievements, you may feel more motivated to pursue spiritual evolution and fulfill your life's mission. The awareness that your soul has already traveled many paths and still has many more ahead can bring a sense of peace and purpose that goes beyond the pressures of the modern world. With this perspective, you can live more authentically and meaningfully, knowing that every step taken in this life brings you closer to realizing your spiritual destiny. Throughout this video, we explored the 9 signs that you may be a reincarnated soul, based on the profound Buddhist teachings on reincarnation. These signs, from the feeling of déjà vu to wisdom beyond your age, offer a glimpse into a greater reality, where each life is a continuation of the soul's journey. By recognizing these signs in yourself, you have the opportunity to better understand your purpose, heal past wounds, and live more consciously and intentionally. If this content resonated with you, it's because your soul is ready to take the next step in its spiritual evolution. Reflect on the signs we explored and think about how they manifest in your life. Allow yourself to delve into the memories, connections, and skills you've brought from other existences. These insights could be the key to unlocking a new level of awareness and personal fulfillment. Before finishing, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. This not only helps us continue to bring content that can enrich your journey, but also reinforces your connection with these teachings. And please share in the comments which of the 9 signs stood out the most to you. Your experience may inspire others to reflect on their past and present lives. See you next time.
Welcome to Buddha's Guidance, your sanctuary for inner peace and enlightenment. Join us on a journey through the timeless teachings of Buddha. Embrace mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. Let the wisdom of Buddha guide you towards a life of serenity and fulfillment. 5-Way Buddha's teachings on inner peace. Mindfulness, sati, the path to present awareness. Mindfulness is the cornerstone of Buddha's teachings on inner peace. It is the practice of being fully present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations without judgment. By embracing mindfulness, we can cultivate a state of mind that is calm, focused, and resilient in the face of life's challenges. The journey to mindfulness begins with understanding its essence. Mindfulness is not about escaping reality or seeking a perfect state of mind. Rather, it is about embracing the present moment as it is, with all its imperfections. This awareness allows us to observe our thoughts and feelings without becoming entangled in them, thereby reducing stress and promoting mental clarity. One of the fundamental techniques to cultivate mindfulness is through mindful breathing. By focusing on the breath, we anchor our awareness in the present moment. This simple practice can be done anywhere and at any time, providing a refuge from the constant stream of thoughts that often overwhelm us. To begin, find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, then settle into a natural rhythm of breathing. Pay attention to the sensation of the breath entering and leaving your body. If your mind wanders, gently bring your focus back to the breath, In addition to mindful breathing, body scan meditation is another effective method. This practice involves directing your attention to different parts of your body, starting from the toes and moving up to the head. As you focus on each part, notice any sensations, tension, or discomfort without trying to change them. This practice helps you develop a deeper connection with your body and promotes relaxation. Mindfulness extends beyond formal meditation practices. It can be integrated into daily activities such as eating, walking, or even washing dishes. By paying full attention to the task at hand, we transform ordinary moments into opportunities for mindfulness. For example, when eating, savor each bite, noticing the flavors, textures, and aromas. This mindful eating not only enhances the dining experience, but also improves digestion and fosters a healthier relationship with food. The benefits of mindfulness on mental health are profound. Numerous studies have shown that mindfulness reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. It enhances emotional regulation, allowing us to respond to situations with greater equanimity. Moreover, mindfulness strengthens cognitive functions such as attention, memory, and problem-solving skills. As we become more mindful, we develop a heightened sense of awareness that enables us to recognize and address negative thought patterns before they escalate. Despite its many benefits, practicing mindfulness can be challenging, especially in the beginning. Our minds are often restless, and distractions are abundant. It is important to approach mindfulness with patience and compassion. Instead of striving for perfection, accept that it is a gradual process. There will be moments when the mind wanders, and that is perfectly normal. The key is to gently guide it back to the present moment without self-criticism. Building a consistent mindfulness practice requires dedication. Start with short sessions, gradually increasing the duration as you become more comfortable. Joining a meditation group or attending mindfulness workshops can provide support and motivation. Additionally, various apps and online resources offer guided meditations and tips for beginners. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for achieving inner peace. By cultivating present moment awareness, we can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. The practice of mindfulness is accessible to everyone, regardless of age or background. With commitment and patience, mindfulness can transform our lives, bringing us closer to a state of true inner peace. Compassion, karuna, the heart of peace. Compassion, or karuna, is at the heart of Buddha's teachings on inner peace. It involves recognizing the suffering of others and responding with kindness, empathy, and a desire to alleviate their pain. Cultivating compassion is essential for fostering harmonious relationships and creating a more peaceful world. Understanding compassion begins with recognizing that suffering is a universal human experience. Everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances, faces challenges and difficulties. By acknowledging this shared humanity, we develop a sense of connection and empathy towards others. Compassion arises from the realization that, just like us, others also seek happiness and wish to avoid suffering. Self-compassion is a critical aspect of cultivating compassion. Often, we are our harshest critics, berating ourselves for our mistakes and shortcomings. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend in distress. It means acknowledging our struggles without judgment and offering ourselves comfort and support. To practice self-compassion, start by being mindful of your inner dialogue. When you notice self-critical thoughts, pause and reframe them in a more compassionate light. For example, instead of thinking, "I failed," consider, "I tried my best and it's okay to make mistakes." Extending compassion to others involves recognizing their suffering and responding with empathy and kindness. This can be as simple as offering a listening ear to someone in distress or providing support to those in need. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, have a profound impact on both the giver and the receiver. They create a ripple effect, spreading positivity and fostering a sense of community. Practicing loving-kindness meditation is a powerful way to cultivate compassion. This meditation involves silently repeating phrases such as, "May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you live with ease." First for yourself, then for loved ones, acquaintances, and even those with whom you have conflicts. This practice helps to expand our circle of compassion, breaking down barriers of judgment and fostering a sense of universal love and acceptance. The transformative power of compassion extends beyond individual well-being. It has the potential to create positive change in the world. When we approach others with compassion, we contribute to a culture of kindness and understanding. Compassionate actions inspire others to do the same, creating a chain reaction of goodwill. In a world often marked by division and conflict, compassion serves as a unifying force, bridging differences and fostering peace. Cultivating compassion also involves recognizing and addressing systemic injustices. True compassion goes beyond individual acts of kindness. It encompasses a commitment to social justice and equity. This means advocating for the marginalized, standing up against discrimination, and working towards a more just and inclusive society. By aligning our actions with our compassionate values, we contribute to the greater good and promote lasting peace. Compassionate living requires mindfulness and intentionality. It involves being present with others, listening deeply, and responding with empathy. It means setting aside judgment and embracing acceptance. It also requires self-care, as we cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of our own well-being ensures that we have the emotional resources to support others. Compassion is the heart of inner peace. By cultivating compassion for ourselves and others, we create a more loving and supportive world. Compassion enriches our relationships, enhances our emotional well-being, and fosters a sense of interconnectedness. Through acts of kindness and a commitment to social justice, we can make a meaningful impact, contributing to a more peaceful and harmonious society. Embracing compassion as a way of life brings us closer to the true essence of Buddha's teachings, guiding us on the path to lasting inner peace. Letting go, anicca, embracing impermanence. Understanding the concept of impermanence, or anicca, is fundamental to Buddha's teachings. It refers to the transient nature of all things in life. Everything we experience, from our emotions to our possessions, is temporary and subject to change. Embracing this reality helps us to let go of attachments and fosters a sense of peace and acceptance. The first step in embracing impermanence is recognizing that change is an inherent part of life. Our physical bodies, relationships, careers, and even our thoughts are in a constant state of flux. By acknowledging this truth, we can begin to let go of the illusion of permanence and the desire for things to remain unchanged. This realization helps us to appreciate the present moment more fully and reduces our fear of loss and uncertainty. One effective strategy for letting go is to practice non-attachment. Non-attachment does not mean indifference or a lack of caring. Rather, it involves a healthy detachment from outcomes and expectations. It means engaging fully in life while maintaining an understanding that nothing is permanent. For example, we can enjoy our possessions and relationships while being aware that they may not last forever. This perspective allows us to cherish what we have without clinging to it. Another aspect of letting go is releasing emotional baggage. Holding on to past grievances, regrets, or negative emotions can weigh us down and prevent us from moving forward. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in this process. By forgiving ourselves and others, we free ourselves from the burden of resentment and open our hearts to healing. This does not mean condoning harmful behavior, but rather releasing its hold on our emotional well-being. Mindfulness meditation is a valuable tool in practicing letting go. During meditation, we observe our thoughts and emotions without attachment or judgment. This practice helps us to see the transient nature of our mental states and reduces our tendency to become entangled in them. For instance, if we notice feelings of anger or sadness arising, we can simply acknowledge them and let them pass without getting caught up in the narrative. Accepting change and uncertainty is another crucial element in embracing impermanence. Life is unpredictable, and trying to control every aspect can lead to frustration and anxiety. By accepting that change is inevitable, we can develop a more flexible and resilient mindset. This does not mean passivity, but rather a willingness to adapt and flow with life's currents. It involves trusting that we have the inner resources to handle whatever comes our way. The practice of gratitude can also aid in letting go. By focusing on the blessings and positive aspects of our lives, we shift our attention away from what we lack or fear losing. Gratitude helps us to appreciate the present moment and fosters a sense of abundance. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we regularly note down things we are thankful for, can reinforce this positive outlook. Letting go is a continuous process that requires ongoing practice and mindfulness. It is not about erasing desires or goals, but about holding them lightly and being open to whatever unfolds. This approach brings a sense of freedom and peace, allowing us to engage with life more fully and authentically. Embracing impermanence is a path to inner peace. By letting go of attachments, releasing emotional baggage, and accepting change, we cultivate a state of mind that is calm and resilient. Practicing non-attachment, mindfulness, and gratitude helps us to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with grace and equanimity. Through this journey, we come to understand the true nature of reality and find a deeper sense of contentment and peace. Right understanding, samadhi, seeing the truth. Right understanding, or samadhi, is the foundation of Buddhist teachings and the first step on the Noble Eightfold Path. It involves seeing things as they truly are, understanding the nature of reality, and recognizing the causes of suffering. This wisdom leads to more informed and peaceful decisions in life, guiding us towards inner peace. The foundation of right understanding begins with comprehending the Four Noble Truths, which are the essence of Buddha's teachings. The first truth is the existence of suffering, dukkha. Suffering is an inherent part of life, encompassing not only physical pain, but also emotional and mental distress. The second truth is the cause of suffering, which is craving or attachment, tanha. Our desires and attachments to things, people, and outcomes lead to dissatisfaction and suffering. The third truth is the cessation of suffering, nirodha. It teaches that by letting go of craving and attachment, we can achieve a state of liberation and peace. The fourth truth is the path to the cessation of suffering, magga, which is the Noble Eightfold Path. Developing right understanding involves recognizing the impermanent and interconnected nature of all things. Everything in the universe is subject to change and dependent on other factors. This interdependence means that nothing exists in isolation. By understanding this, we can see the futility of clinging to transient things and develop a more balanced perspective. Another key aspect of right understanding is recognizing the law of karma, which states that our actions have consequences. Positive actions lead to positive outcomes, while negative actions lead to suffering. This understanding encourages us to act with mindfulness and compassion, knowing that our deeds shape our future experiences. Right understanding also involves cultivating wisdom through study, reflection, and meditation. Studying Buddha's teachings and other spiritual texts provides intellectual knowledge, while reflection helps to internalize and integrate this knowledge into our lives. Meditation deepens our insight, allowing us to experience the truths directly rather than just intellectually. Applying right understanding in daily life means making choices that align with wisdom and compassion. It involves being aware of our intentions and the impact of our actions on ourselves and others. This mindful approach to living helps us to avoid harmful behaviors and cultivate positive qualities such as kindness, generosity, and patience. Right understanding also requires humility and openness to learning. It is essential to recognize that our current understanding is limited and subject to change as we gain new insights and experiences. This attitude of openness fosters continuous growth and prevents us from becoming rigid or dogmatic in our beliefs. The role of right understanding in achieving inner peace cannot be overstated. When we see the world clearly and understand the causes of suffering, we are less likely to be swayed by delusions and negative emotions. This clarity of vision helps us to navigate life's challenges with equanimity and wisdom, leading to a more peaceful and contented state of mind. Right understanding is the cornerstone of inner peace. By comprehending the Four Noble Truths, recognizing the impermanent and interconnected nature of all things, and understanding the law of karma, we develop a clear and balanced perspective on life, cultivating wisdom through study, reflection, and meditation. And applying this understanding in our daily actions guides us towards a path of peace and fulfillment. Embracing right understanding brings us closer to the true essence of Buddha's teachings and helps us to live a life of compassion, wisdom, and inner tranquility. Meditation, bhavana, the journey within. Meditation, or bhavana, is a central practice in Buddha's teachings, offering a profound method for achieving inner peace. It involves training the mind to develop concentration, clarity, emotional positivity, and a calm seeing of the true nature of things. Regular meditation practice helps to quiet the mind, reduce stress, and increase self-awareness, leading to a deep sense of inner calm and clarity. The importance of meditation cannot be overstated. It provides a space for introspection and self-discovery, allowing us to explore the depths of our minds and understand our true nature. Through meditation, we cultivate a direct experience of the present moment, free from the distractions of past regrets and future anxieties. There are various types of meditation practices, each offering unique benefits. One of the most common forms is mindfulness meditation, where we focus on the breath or bodily sensations to anchor our awareness in the present moment. This practice helps to develop concentration and reduce the wandering of the mind. As we become more skilled, we can extend this mindful awareness to all aspects of our daily lives. Another popular meditation practice is loving kindness meditation, which involves generating feelings of compassion and goodwill towards ourselves and others. This practice begins with directing loving kindness towards ourselves, then gradually extending it to loved ones, acquaintances, and even those with whom we have conflicts. Loving kindness meditation helps to dissolve negative emotions such as anger and resentment, replacing them with feelings of warmth and compassion. Insight meditation, or vipassana, focuses on developing deep awareness and understanding of the nature of reality. It involves observing the mind and body with a clear and unbiased attention, noting any arising thoughts, emotions, or sensations. This practice helps to uncover the impermanent and interconnected nature of all phenomena, leading to profound insights and a greater sense of liberation. To begin a meditation practice, find a quiet and comfortable place where you can sit undisturbed. Sit in a relaxed yet alert posture, either on a cushion on the floor or on a chair. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to settle into the present moment. Choose a point of focus, such as the breath, and gently bring your attention to it. If your mind wanders, simply acknowledge it and gently bring your focus back to the breath. Start with short sessions of 5 to 10 minutes and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable with the practice. Deepening your meditation experience involves consistency and patience. Regular practice is key to developing the benefits of meditation. Set aside a specific time each day for meditation, making it a part of your daily routine. It is also helpful to join a meditation group or community for support and guidance. Attending meditation retreats can provide an immersive experience and deepen your practice. The long-term benefits of meditation for inner peace are well documented. Meditation reduces stress and anxiety, improves emotional regulation, and enhances overall well-being. It fosters a sense of inner calm and stability, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with greater equanimity. Meditation also enhances self-awareness, helping us to understand our thoughts and emotions more clearly and develop a more compassionate relationship with ourselves. Meditation is a powerful journey within, offering a path to inner peace and self-discovery. By practicing various forms of meditation, such as mindfulness, loving kindness, and insight meditation, we cultivate concentration, compassion, and wisdom. Regular meditation practice quiets the mind, reduces stress, and increases self-awareness, leading to a deep sense of inner calm and clarity. Embracing meditation as a daily practice brings us closer to the true essence of Buddha's teachings and guides us towards a life of peace, fulfillment, and inner tranquility. Thank you for joining us on this journey of inner peace and enlightenment. May the teachings of Buddha continue to guide you towards a life of compassion, wisdom, and serenity. Subscribe, like, and share to spread the light of Buddha's wisdom. Until next time, may you find peace and happiness in every moment.
In ancient times, salt was more than just a mineral. Its significance stretched beyond culinary use to become a symbol of power, purity, and even divinity. Salt was once so valuable that it was exchanged like currency, sometimes even traded pound for pound with gold. The allure of salt transcended continents and civilizations, creating connections and conflict alike. The demand for salt drove exploration and inspired the construction of trade routes that crisscrossed deserts, mountains, and seas. Civilizations rose and fell based on access to this mineral, and wars were waged over the control of salt deposits. Ancient societies recognized salt as a life-giving force that could preserve food, heal wounds, and purify spaces, granting it a status far higher than any other mineral of its time. In ancient Egypt, salt held a sacred status and was even an essential part of the mummification process. Egyptian embalmers would use natron, a naturally occurring salt mixture, to preserve the bodies of the deceased, preparing them for a safe journey into the afterlife. This ritual highlights how deeply the Egyptians respected salt, believing that it held the power to bridge life and death. Salt was seen as a preservative not only of the physical form, but also of the spirit, allowing the dead to journey peacefully into the next realm. Meanwhile, the empires of the Mediterranean region, including the Greeks and Romans, regarded salt as a vital commodity. In ancient Greece, salt was considered so precious that it was sometimes referred to as white gold. Greek philosophers such as Plato even made mention of salt's importance, acknowledging its necessity for health and wisdom. The Greeks saw salt as a gift from the gods and used it in rituals, sacrifices, and offerings. This reverence is reflected in the Greek saying, "There is nothing more useful than sun and salt," acknowledging these two elements as the very foundations of life itself. In the Roman Empire, salt was not only revered, but woven into the very fabric of daily life and the economy. Roman soldiers were often paid in salt, a practice that gave rise to the word salary. This payment system reflects salt's immense value and how it was regarded as indispensable. To the Romans, salt symbolized permanence and resilience, qualities they strived to embody. This appreciation of salt extended into Roman society, where salt was used in religious ceremonies, family rituals, and even as a form of divine protection. Salt was sprinkled over sacrificial offerings to cleanse and sanctify them before the gods. Its presence in so many aspects of life, from worship to warfare, underscores how foundational salt was to Roman beliefs and customs. Salt represented strength and purity, attributes that the Romans cherished deeply. In medieval Europe, salt continued to play a critical role, shaping economies and influencing social hierarchies. It was considered so valuable that taxes were levied on it, most famously in France, where the gabelle salt tax became a significant revenue source for the monarchy. Controlling salt supplies meant wielding power, as salt was crucial for food preservation, especially in times when refrigeration was non-existent. Many towns and cities owed their prosperity to nearby salt mines or access to salt trade routes. Those who controlled the salt supply held sway over the masses, for without salt, food would spoil, livestock would suffer, and entire communities could be brought to their knees. Salt not only preserved food, but also helped preserve the power and wealth of those who controlled it, making it a cornerstone of both culinary and political life. The religious significance of salt extends across diverse faiths and traditions, where it has been viewed as both a spiritual tool and a symbol of divine purity. Salt's sacred reputation has its roots in ancient scriptures and spiritual beliefs, where it has long been used as a symbol of incorruptibility and holiness. Salt's presence in religious rituals is seen in many traditions and cultures. In Christianity, for example, salt has deep symbolic meaning. In the Bible, Jesus mentions salt more than 40 times, often using it to illustrate purity, sacrifice, and the steadfastness of faith. Jesus famously referred to his followers as the salt of the earth, emphasizing that they should strive to uphold these same qualities, honesty, loyalty, and purity, in a world that may often tempt them to compromise. Salt, in this context, becomes a metaphor for resilience and an unwavering commitment to spiritual values. In Catholicism, holy water is made with salt, and this consecrated water is used to cleanse and protect spaces from evil. Salt's use in holy water is believed to imbue it with protective powers, shielding the faithful from negative forces. In the Catholic Church, holy water is also used in blessings, signifying a physical and spiritual purification. Salt, therefore, becomes a bridge between the earthly and the divine, sanctifying spaces and individuals alike. This practice underscores salt's symbolic importance, as it is seen as a means to ward off malevolent spirits and cleanse the spirit. In Judaism, salt is deeply significant as well. Jews regard salt as a symbol of God's eternal promise and an essential part of religious ceremonies. During the Sabbath, salt is sprinkled on bread as an offering to God, symbolizing the covenant between God and his people. Salt here is a reminder of commitment, a bond that cannot be broken. This symbolic use of salt is a testament to its role in preserving faith and upholding a divine promise. It is also used in Jewish rituals of purification, where its preservative and purifying qualities are harnessed to cleanse both the body and the soul. In Hinduism, salt is considered essential to spiritual growth and understanding. It plays a significant role in Hindu rituals, such as offerings and cleansing ceremonies. Salt is also viewed as a path to higher consciousness, guiding practitioners toward a deeper awareness of themselves and the divine. The use of salt in Hinduism is a reminder of the spiritual journey, where purification is essential for enlightenment. By including salt in rituals, Hindu practitioners honor its role in dissolving impurities, both physical and spiritual, allowing them to connect more deeply with the divine. Salt is revered in Islam as well, as it is mentioned in various hadiths and traditions. Salt's ability to purify and protect is celebrated, and it is often used in practices aimed at spiritual cleansing. In many Islamic households, salt is sprinkled around doorways and windows to shield against negative influences. The presence of salt in these protective rituals highlights its role as a guardian against unseen forces. Salt, with its purifying and preserving properties, symbolizes the believer's commitment to uphold purity in both thought and action. Throughout history, the appeal of salt has transcended religion, becoming a universal tool for protection against dark forces and negative energy. Salt has been used as a spiritual shield since the days of ancient Egypt, when pharaohs burned salt to keep malevolent spirits at bay. This practice was part of a larger ritual of purification, where salt acted as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. Salt was not only burned in rituals, but also carried on journeys and placed in tombs to ensure protection in both life and the afterlife. Salt's role in protection extends to Asia, where in Japan, sumo wrestlers throw salt into the ring before a match to purify the space. This practice, known as shubatsu, is believed to banish evil spirits and ensure a fair competition. Salt, in this context, is a purifying agent, creating a space that is cleansed and free from negativity. This ritual reflects a broader belief in salt's ability to maintain harmony and protect against spiritual disturbances. In European folklore, salt has long been associated with protection and healing. In regions like Bavaria and Normandy, people place salt at the thresholds of their homes to ward off evil spirits and welcome good fortune. This use of salt as a protective charm highlights its role in creating a sacred space. In Slavic countries, salt is often paired with bread as a symbol of hospitality and blessing, a practice that combines salt's protective power with its purifying properties. Salt is also scattered on thresholds to create an invisible barrier against harmful influences, a tradition that has been passed down through generations. One of salt's most fascinating qualities is its unique geometric structure. When observed under a microscope, salt crystals reveal a mesmerizing array of sacred patterns and precise symmetry, a phenomenon that has intrigued scholars and mystics alike. These intricate formations aren't just beautiful, they are often seen as reflections of a larger universal order. In many ancient cultures, sacred geometry was regarded as the blueprint of the divine, believed to reveal the underlying structure of the cosmos. This sacred geometry, with its orderly patterns and repeating structures, is visible in everything from seashell spirals to famous architectural wonders. Salt, with its cubic crystalline structure, echoes this same sacred geometry. Some believe that salt's symmetrical form resonates with the fundamental patterns of nature, creating harmony and balance. In spiritual terms, these geometric forms symbolize the perfection and order of creation. By tapping into these geometric forms, people believed they could access a higher frequency or divine energy. Sacred geometry is often seen in mandalas, cathedrals, and temples, where these patterns are meant to inspire balance, peace, and connection to a higher realm. This idea of connecting with sacred geometry through salt has inspired many spiritual practices. For centuries, mystics have used salt to align themselves with the divine energy they believe is embodied in these geometric forms. Salt crystals, with their structured form, serve as a reminder of the divine order present in all things, encouraging people to cultivate balance in their lives. Some believe that keeping salt nearby or using it in rituals can help connect them to the natural rhythms of the universe, promoting peace and harmony. This connection between salt and sacred geometry has also inspired artists and scientists alike. Figures like Leonardo da Vinci found inspiration in nature's patterns, studying everything from seashells to the branching of trees to understand how geometry manifests in the world around us. For many, these patterns aren't just mathematical phenomena. They are seen as evidence of a divine intelligence woven into the fabric of the universe. By appreciating the geometry within salt crystals, we can begin to see the beauty and order that exists in even the simplest parts of nature, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all things. Bringing salt's transformative power into our daily lives can be a journey of discovery and well-being. For something so simple and easily available, salt has an extraordinary capacity to enhance our spiritual, mental, and physical health. One of the most powerful ways to integrate salt into a daily routine is by using salt scrubs. When combined with a carrier oil such as coconut or olive oil and infused with a few drops of essential oils like lavender or eucalyptus, salt becomes a purifying scrub that not only exfoliates the skin but also acts as a cleansing ritual. As you massage the salt scrub onto your body, you're not only removing dead skin cells, you're symbolically clearing away stagnant energy, releasing anything negative that may be lingering in your energetic field. Imagine each particle of salt absorbing unwanted thoughts, stress, or emotional heaviness as you rinse it away, leaving your skin and spirit feeling rejuvenated. Salt scrubs are more than just a beauty treatment. They work on an energetic level, helping to cleanse the aura and bring balance to the body's energy. By making this a regular part of your self-care routine, you can foster a deeper connection with yourself. The tactile sensation of massaging the salt onto your skin, coupled with the scent of essential oils, brings you into a mindful, present state. This practice encourages you to slow down, focus on your breath, and release the thoughts and worries that may be clouding your mind. This act of mindful cleansing can be grounding, helping to clear away mental clutter and create space for peace and clarity. Another simple yet profound way to bring salt's energy into your daily life is to create a small salt altar in your meditation or prayer space. A bowl of pure, natural salt placed on a table or altar symbolizes purity and clarity, serving as a reminder of your intention to cleanse and center yourself each day. This bowl can act as a spiritual anchor, holding your intentions, prayers, or affirmations. You may even choose to sprinkle a pinch of salt around your meditation mat or light a Himalayan salt lamp nearby to enhance the atmosphere with a warm, soothing glow. The lamp not only serves as a beautiful light source, but also releases negative ions into the air, which can promote a more focused and tranquil meditative state. Salt also holds protective properties, and it can be used as a talisman to keep your energy shielded throughout the day. By carrying a small pouch of salt in your pocket, purse, or car, you can keep a symbolic shield close at hand. This simple act of carrying salt can help you feel grounded and protected, especially in situations where you feel vulnerable or overwhelmed. Some people sprinkle a pinch of salt at the threshold of their home or workplace to create a protective barrier, warding off negative energies and ensuring that only positive influences enter. Over time, this habit can create a strong, energetic boundary, giving you a greater sense of control over your personal space and well-being. Salt is incredibly versatile and can be used creatively to fit into any aspect of your spiritual or self-care practice. For example, arranging salt in intricate patterns on a flat surface can create a salt mandala, a form of meditative art that fosters inner peace and connection to the present moment. As you carefully place each grain of salt, you are symbolizing your intentions, releasing stress, and focusing on positive energy. These mandalas can be made as temporary art or left in place as a long-term reminder of your goals and intentions. Over time, creating salt mandalas can become a grounding ritual that not only enhances focus, but also channels your energy toward healing and transformation. Salt has a way of bringing us back to what is essential, inviting us to connect with the natural elements that support us. Its presence in our lives reminds us of simplicity and purity, encouraging us to look within and clear away what no longer serves us. Each pinch of salt, each grain holds the potential to transform and uplift. By incorporating salt into your self-care rituals, you tap into an ancient wisdom that has stood the test of time, supporting countless generations in their quests for balance, clarity, and protection. In our fast-paced, ever-evolving world, salt's simple, unassuming power can be a steady guide. It's easy to take salt for granted, to overlook its quiet strength and stability. Yet when we pause to understand its legacy, we realize that salt is much more than a seasoning. It is a timeless ally. From ancient civilizations to our own modern lives, salt has carried with it the wisdom of the ages, offering us a way to connect with the earth and with ourselves. Salt's power to cleanse, protect, and heal is a reminder of the grounding influence of nature, a force that brings us back to center when life feels overwhelming. Incorporating salt into daily rituals is not about grand gestures, but rather small, intentional acts that align us with nature's rhythm. Each time you use salt to purify your space, cleanse your body, or set an intention, you strengthen your connection to a tradition that spans cultures and centuries. Salt's legacy as a purifier and protector is one of constancy. It is a reminder that some truths are universal and that some forces, like salt, remain timeless. There is beauty in simplicity, and salt embodies that beauty. As you explore ways to integrate salt into your life, think of it as a journey of discovery and self-care, one that honors both the body and spirit. Salt asks nothing from us, yet offers so much in return, a reminder that often the most powerful elements are those we find right at our fingertips. Embracing salt's energy invites us to live with intention, to cleanse what is no longer needed, and to nurture the qualities within us that are enduring. As we come to the end of this journey through the transformative power of salt, we are reminded that even the simplest things in life can hold profound meaning. Salt is often overlooked, but it is undeniably powerful. Its presence has shaped human history, connected cultures, and provided spiritual, physical, and emotional healing. Salt is a humble mineral, yet it is one that has the ability to impact our lives in ways we may have never imagined. From the ancient Egyptians who used salt for preservation to modern-day healers who recognize its cleansing properties, salt continues to be a trusted ally. This exploration into the many dimensions of salt reminds us to pay attention to the small, subtle forces that support us. When we bring salt into our daily practices with mindfulness and respect, we align ourselves with its ancient wisdom. Whether we use salt to cleanse our homes, purify our bodies, or create a peaceful space for meditation, we are participating in a tradition that is as old as humanity itself. Salt's power is not something distant or abstract. It is available to each of us, inviting us to live with intention, grounded in the wisdom of nature. As you experiment with salt's energy in your own life, you may find yourself feeling more balanced, more connected, and more at peace. Salt teaches us that simplicity is often the key to transformation. It invites us to return to the basics, to let go of what no longer serves us, and to welcome in positive energy with an open heart. Just as salt has preserved and protected generations before us, it can serve as a guide in our own lives, helping us to create spaces of harmony, joy, and clarity. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the transformative power of salt. If this exploration has sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to try incorporating salt into your own rituals and observe the changes it brings. Let salt be a reminder that transformation doesn't always require grand gestures. Sometimes all it takes is a small, intentional step. Whether you're creating a salt bath, placing a glass of salt water in your home, or lighting a Himalayan salt lamp, know that you are tapping into a wisdom that has endured for millennia. Feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. Together, we can continue to explore, learn, and support each other in harnessing the incredible potential of salt. Let this be the beginning of a journey toward greater harmony, clarity, and fulfillment. Salt is here to remind us of life's profound simplicity, its enduring power, and the beauty of connecting with nature's gifts.